There we go.
There we go. All right. Today is the holy day, as everyone knows, and it's not just because it's Sunday. Well, it's Sunday because it's one of AJ Sports Mafia days. That's why it's a holy day.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Holy
sir.
mackerel! Holy mackerel! AJ and his agent Doug are joining us from what's the temperature up there, like, boys?
-2.
-2. Yeah, I think we're at 3 here, but with the wind chill, it's 26 down here and down south. Anyway, we're warming up. You're gonna warm us up with some hot sports takes.
Yes,
Take it
sir.
away, AJ Bokine.
What's up, guys? What's up, guys? So I'll start with a personal update for those of you who are curious. We made up our game from Friday night against Nicolay. We lost by 9 at home.
By 9.
Yeah.
What was it, AJ? What was the game like?
92-83.
Okay, boy, are all the games that high scoring these days in high school?
No, nobody. I don't think there were. I counted there were like 10 consecutive possessions for either team where either team scored. So,
wow.
Okay, they just got outshot. I mean, they had a kid from Nicolay that had hit 7 threes all year, and I think he had 5 yesterday.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah,
5 threes. What did the game go? So it was surprising how well they shot. Is that right?
It was a little bit surprising just because of like you know in the scouting report you play the percentages,
Mm-hmm.
and then when the percentages get out of whack like that, there's nothing you really can do. And they have a guy who's a junior who will probably go high major D1 next year.
Is this the kid from Arizona? They went to Arizona and came back?
Yeah, he went to Arizona and came back.
So he came back from Arizona?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he went to Arizona and came back. So
very
all
right.
He's tough, and he hit some tough.
Yeah, he hit a
shots.
He hit a 3. I was just like, oh, okay, what are you gonna do? So
yeah. Okay, so the game kind of surprised you at how well they shot. So it didn't go as you expected.
No.
I mean, not just the win-loss. I mean, just the flow of the game wasn't what you expected.
The flow of the game. From the opening tip, it was pretty much up and down, back and forth. So
no, they're a good team. They're athletic.
They're good.
They're one of the top 3 in Division 2, top 3 or 4 in Division 2.
Top 3 for sure.
So
okay, so what did Coach say after this game?
I don't really know because there wasn't much to say.
Yeah.
In terms of, I think for us, it's one of the it's a big rivalry game, so there wasn't much. I think there's a lot of positive takeaways from it, but I think there's also a lot of our first measuring stick with the conference championship, and to win a conference championship, you have to go through them. So
okay.
So
AJ, how many teams in our conference have you seen this year?
All of them.
Yeah. How is the conference what you expected it to be?
Personally, and not to call it any teams, I think some teams will be a little better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
But not to call any team specifically, but I think the conference itself, it's hard to read it as a whole because early in the year there were some teams that were having success, and now that it's balanced out, I think you got I think there's 2 or 3 teams at the top, and then the rest are kind of in the middle of the.
So the 2 or 3 at the top are you, Nicolay, and who's the third one?
Nicolay and probably Whitefish Bay.
Whitefish Bay. And have you played Whitefish Bay yet?
Yeah, we played all teams.
Okay. Well, how'd you do against Whitefish Bay the first
time? We beat them by 15 or so.
Okay. So, all right. Comfortably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our next game is Thursday against Cedarburg, and then we go to Minnesota.
And Minnesota. Okay. Wow. You're going to be are you going to Minnesota?
Yes, I am.
All right. Well, wear your Packer stuff up there.
It's an 8:30 game on a Saturday night, so it should be fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a border battle. So there's 8 games up there.
8 games starting at like 9:00 in the morning, and you play. We don't play till the last game. We play the whole school the last game. So
okay.
But,
wow.
But who else is up there?
Grafton, Onalaska.
Where's your buddy Reed coach?
Stoughton is up there, I think. There's a bunch of different.
Okay. So we're in the thick of the high school season.
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So you played everybody once, and you're going to start the second half soon.
Yes, sir. We start the second half on Thursday. So.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, best of luck. Kinda.
Yeah, well, we had he never talks about his old team, the Bombers.
The Bombers are undefeated.
The Cola Blue Bombers undefeated, and probably they're a top 10 team. They beat number 5 Juno. So I know he never brings it up. He doesn't like.
No, he never does.
Backwards in life. We got to talk about the Blue Bombers. His alma mater.
He's always talking. He's wearing red all the time, Doug. He's never wearing blue. Never.
Yeah, talking. That used to be outlawed in my neighborhood. Now it's not outlawed anymore.
Well, it should be outlawed.
Should be
in every neighborhood. Okay. So high school is up and running. It's going well. What the hell is going on with our college basketball teams?
It's Bucky got a win yesterday again.
Yep.
They got that's a big win. Northwestern was in 3rd place in the conference, so it's a big win for them. College basketball. I heard a stat yesterday. I don't know how true this is. 5.
Never stopped you before. The truth.
A top 6 team has lost 5 times this week.
Well, that one night, 1 and 2 lost. Remember?
Yeah, I think somebody said, I was listening to somebody. I thought they said the top 6 teams all lost to unranked teams, or 5 of the 6.
Yes.
5 of the 6 were unranked. Right. And somebody told me today that all for 21 of the 25 top 25 lost this week, and all top 12.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Arizona lost too. Arizona and Kansas lost yesterday.
After the way Arizona handled Bucky, I didn't think they'd lose again this year.
No, I didn't think so. Their guard play is really good. I guess Washington State beat them yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotta make you happy.
It does.
School.
Good.
It does. Good big smile on his face. Attaboy, AJ.
It does.
Okay, what do you think are you still on the Marquette not physical enough? That's still what's wrong?
They just can't score right now. They were up 30-21 against Butler. You thought they had the game in hand.
At home,
and they lost. So, which broke the streak of 22 in a row, I think it was, at home.
Yeah. Well, that was bound to happen sometime, but now they're 2 and 3 in the conference.
That's not an easy hole to dig out of. So
no kidding.
We'll see what happens. They got. It doesn't get any easier. They got Nova tomorrow at home. So,
is Villanova good this year?
They're okay.
They're okay,
but judging by the way they played the last week and a half,
right?
Anybody that's okay is a threat. So.
All right, so Marquette's on their way down, and Bucky's on the way up.
Yeah. What my question is, what in the world has gotten into Max Klesman?
You are always against him. You said, I don't trust anybody from Wisconsin. I don't trust that kid.
I never said that. I never said it. That's you, Jack. That's you. But yeah, he had a big game yesterday. I think he had 5 threes in the first half, 5 threes at one point in the second half. And
check his urine, for God's sakes. And he's playing good defense too. He's not like just a gunner.
He's playing really good defense.
How tall is he, AJ? Do you know?
6.
Is he 6'3", 6'4"?
I think he's 6'4".
So he's definitely a guard. He maybe can guard some swingmen, but not. He's kind of not really.
Right.
Okay.
Well, what's the kid from St. John? What's his name?
AJ Storr. Storr's been really good for him too.
Oh my God, he's been great.
It just brings a level of athleticism that they haven't had in how long?
Not that I've ever seen.
Right.
Between Storr and the freshman Blackwell,
I love Blackwell.
They're doing really well athletically.
That guy's a hammer defensively. That's great.
Yeah. They might not have anybody that good since Devin Harris.
Right. That's right.
Yeah.
Where did Blackwell? Where did he grow up? Where did he go to school? Do you know, AJ? Or no? We can look it up. I just thought you might.
I don't want to look it up.
Okay. All right. Well, it's great stuff. I saw Essesian at one point hit a 3. So he's playing some, and I know Crowell. They said he knocked knees with somebody in practice. They didn't know if he was going to play, and he played. But the other guys, they got some. Winter is one of the younger.
Nolan Winter, freshman.
Yeah. And there's another guy who's playing. I didn't catch his name.
Yeldon? No, not
11.
yet.
But I'm
What about the kid
yeah,
from Indiana? He's playing a game.
That's Connor.
Connor's
Yeah,
playing a game.
yeah. So they're good. They're good.
they're really good. They got I think they made it through. They made it through a tough week. They made it through Ohio State on the road and Northwestern. So
Do you know who? Do you know who they have next? I can look it up. I can look.
I wanna,
Don't
I
worry.
want to look that up. I
All right.
don't for sure.
All right. Well, that's enough about the amateurs. We got to turn to pro game because today's a big day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, first of all, were you surprised by the outcomes of yesterday's playoff games?
I was surprised by how well Houston's defense played. To be honest, to get 2 pick sixes in a playoff game is pretty unique. So, but they were pretty easy pick sixes.
Yeah.
I was rooting for the Browns.
I was too. I have a long friend who's a long-suffering Browns fan, so
Yeah, Mel must be depressed today, huh?
yes. He had a post on Facebook. He showed a baby with a like a knitted crocheted Browns helmet on, and it said I had a nightmare that everything that could go wrong did go wrong, and then I realized it wasn't a nightmare. I was awake, and that was the game in a nutshell, basically. Yeah. So all right. So now,
Yeah, too bad. I mean, two bad games. I mean, my son said that we went and got on Peacock last night to watch
Yep.
the game.
Yep.
Thankfully, we didn't pay. Thankfully, we didn't pay for it, or we should have got our money back for that.
Right.
That was bad.
Right. Do you think that's going to be a trend for the streaming having to pay? Is it going to be a pay-per-view?
I think not. I hope not.
Charles Barkley went off on it. It was hilarious.
Well, did he really?
Yeah, you should read his comments. Bunch of greedy pigs. He said he said he was shooting some commercials so he wouldn't be able to watch the game. But even if he could, he would have boycotted it just because he goes, the NFL makes $20 billion. They're alienate their fans who can't afford to go to the games. Can't afford to watch it on TV.
Well,
It's ridiculous.
and the only ones that were able to watch it on regular TV were in Kansas City and Miami.
Well, at least they got to watch it.
That's because they put it on NBC.
Yeah, probably the local affiliate bid on it and got it. Okay, so quick Browns follow up. Flacco, are they sticking with how do you see his role evolving with the Browns or not evolving with the Browns?
Yeah, I think he's going to a front office role. No, I'm kidding. I don't see him being there. I don't see him being there next year.
Do you think he'll reemerge with someone else?
I think there's a lot of desperate teams out there that need a quarterback, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's playing somewhere else next year.
I think it depends if he wants to keep hanging around and be ready to play a backup, right?
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing. Is if he wants to play backup. If he wants to start, it's going to be a tougher gig for him.
Yeah,
but I would say the way he played this year, there are teams that could start him ahead of who they've had starting this year, like Atlanta as an example.
I was shocked. I watched the Rams game last week. I had no idea Carson Wentz was still in the league, and he was playing the Rams game last week.
I think he just signed recently, didn't he?
Or I think so.
But there's these guys. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Flacco's a starter anymore. There's a lot of guys. Those older veterans can be out there for 2-3 games, right? Maybe even 4 and get through. But
he'd be the ideal backup if he would be a backup and not causing problems. That'd be great. Okay, what about Miami? I mean, everybody's down on Miami, but God, did you see at one point during the game they showed all the defensive players who were out yesterday?
Yeah, 20. They said 25 sacks were missing yesterday from
Chubb. Can you imagine what's the quarterback saying? Oh, good, Chubb's not in. Oh my God, that would be wonderful.
No Chubb, no Xavier Howard, no. That was
no Van Ginkel.
No Van Ginkel.
No Van Ginkel, yeah, our Badger boy.
Yeah.
He's had a pretty good year.
Well, what they say, the top 4 outside linebackers on that roster, we're all gone.
Yeah.
But the other, I mean, they can't move the ball. They haven't been able to move the ball the last few weeks. That does.
Yeah, I was surprised that they have a good running game, but they didn't seem to stick with it or something. Maybe they got stuffed.
He ran the ball twice. He ran the ball on first and second down and never ran the ball. Like it was just their game plan was not good.
No,
they looked cold. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, I mean, everything that could have in the last 2 weeks, everything that could have gone wrong for Miami did go wrong leading up to that game. It
Yeah,
would have been
right.
a miracle if they would have
But,
won in retrospect.
but Tua is a good quarterback, but he does not have a big time arm,
No,
and
it's
trying to play in that type of wind and
quick.
things like that when you don't have the arm to throw it to it.
It's more of
Yeah,
the quick screen game for them.
Yeah,
yeah,
So,
yeah. They kept doing those screen passes. That was a hell of that one play, but that was it. Tyreek Hill's touchdown. He's not human. What some of the
yeah.
stuff he does. Holy shit.
So,
Very cool. All right, so Buffalo. I don't ever remember a playoff game being moved before due to weather. I'm sure it's
one
happened.
time a couple of years ago it was moved
due
Okay.
to, due to
for the snow. Yeah,
snow. Okay, yeah. I said the same
there was a
thing.
game moved to. Actually, there was a game moved to Detroit from
That's
Monday.
right. That's right. Was that a playoff game though?
It was no, it was a regular season.
Yeah, playoff game. The Bills posted a video yesterday. Just they had a camera. All it was a camera on their field with the wind and the snow, and saying this is why we're not playing today, and everybody be safe out there because it was worse than what we saw on Friday.
Pittsburgh wasn't even there yet. I don't think.
Forfeit. Great. All right. So
Can you imagine the kids though? They're like, "Yay, the Bills play on Monday afternoon. We don't have to go to school."
right at 3:30, it's going to be on or something. All right. Packers first game today,
Yes, sir.
and the Cowboys. What is your prediction? What's going to happen, you guys?
I think fast track those young receivers. I think we're going to win.
Do you have a feeling for score?
24-17.
Okay.
I think Dak's going to get picked at least once.
Oh, really?
I gotta take I never do. I'm gonna take the Cowboys 31-24.
31-24. Either one of those that you can see happening. That's the thing. If Aaron Jones can run, if they give him some room to run,
Yeah,
they have a real good shot at it.
yeah. Those I got a feeling those. We start running the ball, those safeties will come up and they'll have shots over the top or in the middle of the field. I don't know. I kind of wish we weren't the first game of the day because I kind
Why?
of
I hate watching other games first. You're like, come on.
no, because then you count the teams that are eliminated before you.
It doesn't matter. You got your focus is on one thing.
Yeah.
That other team.
All I could say is that the Packers can't embarrass themselves any more than anybody else did yesterday.
True.
Right? I mean, even if the Cowboys go on a roll, everybody's the talk is just going to be, well, the Cowboys have averaged 38 points and they're supposed to win.
Yeah.
Blah 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 blah. And Mike McCarthy, gets another turkey dinner or whatever he gets.
Well, I think the Packers can win as long as Jair Alexander doesn't do the coin toss.
I thought you were going to say doesn't play.
No,
Which you may not.
he's got to. He was an idiot. He paid his dues. Get him back in there. Hope he's not an idiot again.
He'll probably have to cover CD all day if he ends up playing. So
Yes.
That would be a good match. I mean, the one thing that the Packers seem to do well, is being able to stop one receiver.
Yes.
They don't have too many games that the guys go off on. So
my biggest issue against the Packers is Jay Ferguson. Is that his name?
yes, Jake Ferguson.
Jake Ferguson.
Jake. Yeah. Oh,
Devontae Campbell and Jake Ferguson.
they have trouble with tight ends. Seems to me. Just so that's not a good omen.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Now with Wisconsin boy Barry Alvarez.
Yeah. Grandson.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
You got to cheer for him a little bit. The only reason I like the Cowboys is they like Wisconsin players.
They have two, in fact.
Is that what they have?
Bianish in the center and
Yeah. And
the center and the
Ferguson.
tight end, yeah.
Okay. Two big players. All right. Well, all right. So Doug, even though you didn't pick him to win, you still have him hanging around. A 31-24 would be, no one would say that was not a respectable showing with going into the game.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So go Pack, go. Night game. Rams at Loins.
I'm picking the Rams.
Picking the Rams.
I'm picking the Rams. Too much veteran experience on both sides of the ball. I think that Matthew Stafford will come in and be like, you know what? This was my house once. I'm going to own it. So I think he's going to own it. I think
he's going to repossess it.
I think he's got a warrant out for it right now. But I think that honestly, I think that Aaron Donald is the difference in the game. I think that this is his last ride, so I think that
How's Detroit's line, offensive line? Are they any good?
Taylor Decker, their right tackle, was awful. So
Okay,
I
that's
wouldn't.
not a good sign.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if they put on. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to do some stunting with Donald or do some movements with Donald just to get matchups for him. So.
And the Rams have some good young players. That guy who's might be the defensive player of the year, the defensive line guy, Kobe. Is it Kobe Wilson or Williams or something? I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, but he's really good.
They got good wideouts. I mean,
Yes.
Cooper. Everybody forgets they got Cooper Cup because they all think about the Nakua kid, but
Mhm.
they still got Cooper Cup, and Cooper is healthy now. And I think the key matchup to that game will be can the Lions cover the middle of the field? Higbee's back in the lineup now, so
Yeah, but he's not 100%, is he?
no.
No. What about Laporta? Have you heard any updates about him? Because on Friday, what's his name said that he's got a shot at playing.
Yeah, they said the same thing this morning. So
Okay. Well, he's been good, no question about it.
he's
He'd be,
been
yeah, I think he could be the difference
yeah,
for them if he can play.
yeah.
I'm going to take. I just for giggles. I'm taking the opposite. I'm going with the. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Okay. Because
Uh,
how do you see them winning?
I like them at home. I think they'll be able to run the ball some, and I think they can dink and dunk. And I've never been a Matthew Stafford fan. I think he got on a roll, but I think even when they won the Super Bowl, I mean, what do you have, a couple picks in that game? I've just never been a huge fan. So I think the Lions come out and
Defend home turf?
defend the home turf.
this will probably be the last game at Ford Field for the year too. So
I'm rooting for them, even though I think it's a toss up. I wouldn't be surprised if either one won, but I'm rooting for the Lions. It's unusual for me to root for a division foe.
Correct.
I mean, I wouldn't ever root for the Bears or the Queens unless they were playing maybe Dallas. So this is unusual. Maybe it's because they haven't been that good and that dominant yet. We're not sick of them enough yet, but I'm rooting for them. So
Yeah, it's LA, so everybody wants to jump. Yeah, look at this. You the Hollywood got Hollywood up there, just like
yeah,
that's right. That's right. You're sitting next to Hollywood.
All right, it's the LA. Everybody likes the LA pick. So.
Okay, so you guys are going opposites on both picks. So
yes.
that's interesting. Tomorrow, the first game will be Pittsburgh at Buffalo, and I saw that Gabe Davis is not playing. That hurts.
That hurts a lot. That hurts a lot.
So, what do you think?
Weather is going to be a factor. I'm gonna shock the world, and I'm gonna pick the Steelers.
Oh my!
Why?
Because
What do you see?
there's two guys on that team who I think will be the difference in the game.
Okay, who?
And I think one. What's the injury report on TJ? I think he's gonna play.
Is he? I thought he was out.
Is he out?
I thought he's out for the season.
Oh,
Yeah. Well, they said maybe he might have a chance if they had advanced, like in a
If
couple.
they advance, so
Yeah.
So then I'm gonna. Okay, so then
you're going the other way.
I'm going the other way because I thought maybe the defense would travel, but the only experience they have on the back end is Patrick Peterson. So
What about Minka Fitzpatrick's back there?
yeah, but they're Dalton Kincaid is going to be the difference between Dalton Kincaid and the two tight ends Buffalo have are too good. So
Good. Yeah. Okay.
I think this will look like Kansas City playing Miami last night.
Oh,
Buffalo's going to beat them. They're just going to. They might not be able to score easy because of the weather and things like that, but
yeah. Okay. All right. And the last game, it's like the who cares game, which is Philly at Tampa Bay. And I heard that what's his name?
AJ Brown is not playing.
Who's that?
AJ Brown is not playing.
Well, that's not who I was thinking of. Baker Mayfield might not play.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
They said he's got a variety of injuries that he's dealing with.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna take Philly. I just think that this is this is what time where you stand up and say, you know what, we made it to the Super Bowl last year. We're gonna try and make another run. I'm gonna take them just because of I think Tampa's a bad Tampa's in a bad it's a bad matchup for them. Um, Not that I think there's a specifically good one, but I don't think they can hang
Okay.
with Philly.
But on the other edge of that, AJ, is Philly's been saying that for the last 3 weeks, and they just been getting their ass kicked, even though they've been saying they're Super Bowl. We can pull together, do this, do that. I mean, I understand what you're saying. They were great, got all the way to the Super Bowl last year, but man, have they gotten beat by some sucky teams
Yeah,
lately?
true, true. I think this is the one where they make it. I think they're gonna make a stand.
Okay.
I think it's I think partially Philly. Not that they wanted to lose the division crown, but if you had to lose the division crown and play the winner of the NFC South, that's not a bad consolation prize. So
Okay. All right. Doug, who you got last game?
No, Philly for sure. Philly for sure. I just don't. Yeah, I know they're not playing well. I think their defensive backs are. They're
They got old fast, I think.
yeah.
Um,
They've been struggling, but I think they're going to step up enough to stand up. Because I mean, Tampa Bay. I mean, I'm just trying to take a look. Their offense is only so good. So
right.
I don't think
Tampa,
they
Tampa has
score.
a good defense. I will say
Yeah,
that.
they have a
yeah,
good defense. I just don't think they have enough offense. I think Philly will score enough points to beat them.
and that's the Monday night game, right? Which
Yep.
is strange in my
Yeah.
opinion.
Well, it's fine with me. I won't be watching it. I'll be in bed, but it's the one game of the weekend. If I had to miss one, it would be that one. Going
Yeah.
into it, I mean, the ones
Well,
yesterday.
you thought so, right?
Right, right. That was two dogs yesterday. All right, I have one last NFL thing, not related to the games, not even a playoff team. The Bears. I've been hearing wild rumors both ways. On yesterday, I read a thing that said that Caleb Williams's advisors camp, whatever you want to call them,
Yep.
advised the Bears that he won't apply for the draft if they're going to take him because they don't want anything to do with Chicago.
Really?
Yeah, then I'm just seeing a thing that today on Bleacher Report, Bears rumors, insiders feel Justin Fields is out, Caleb Williams likely drafted number one.
Oh, that means Caleb Williams is going back to USC, I guess. Because if I'm Caleb Williams, I don't want to touch that situation in Chicago. I just don't want
Well,
to.
they don't have an offensive coordinator now. Of course, Roger said he's a big buddy of his, so he'll end up in New York.
Luke Getzey.
Yeah. hmm So,
Yeah.
what do you think? Well, first of all, what do you think of Fields? Do you think he's good or can be better? What do you think?
I
Given
think he can be
a fighting
better.
shot?
I think he's got a shot. I think one of the things that they don't have a lot of is they don't have a lot of pieces. I mean, keep in mind the Bears. Yeah, they're gonna get the number one pick, but they spend a lot of capital to get DJ Moore from the Panthers, and then
Mhm.
they lucked into the number one pick this year because they got the Panthers pick. So I think if I'm the Bears, I trade that number one pick. I keep Justin Fields and I get a draft haul because not that I don't believe in Caleb Williams. I just don't believe that taking a quarterback to replace not an established quarterback, but to replace another young quarterback doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
I'm on the opposite.
What a shocker!
Yeah, I think his stats and everything shows that he's probably a 12 through 15, maybe 18 quarterback. He's not a top 10. So
Okay.
and the issue is you get into the money situation. I mean, are you going to go pay? Are you going to go pay Justin Fields $30 to $40 million a year to play? I just don't see it. I just don't see that he's proven enough that he's worth that kind of money. And somebody,
I think if you would have won the Packer game, I think if you would have,
take a look at that game. I mean, it shows where they really are. It shows where he really is.
If you put him, if you switched Jordan Love with him and he had 3 years to sit and grow up in the Packers system versus Jordan Love if he got tossed in there the first year, um, running for his life. You just don't know if those players. I mean, you do know they could be very different, both of them.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt about it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no doubt
really.
about it.
Um, the other thing I'll say is that the couple times I saw Caleb Williams this year, USC, they were playing Pac-10, Pac-12 teams. I don't know who it was, but he was not impressive in the two games I saw. Oh, I saw him. He was terrible against Notre Dame. It wasn't a Pac-12 team. He was awful. And then I would also say, if I was the Bears, I'd look at keeping that number one pick and getting Marvin Harrison Jr. I think that's
Right.
if you ever wanted to know if your guy's going to be good, um, give him a weapon like that.
Question marks. Quarterbacks coming out of the draft are always question marks because you never know. You know, they had a lot of talent at USC surrounding Caleb Williams. I don't think there's that I don't think from what I saw, if Caleb Williams was that dude, there's no way USC would have lost 4 games last year. But there's also the fact that USC's defense was absolutely awful.
Typical for Lincoln Riley team.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right. Ole.
Yep.
Ole.
All right. That's it. Football.
You gotta get moving.
Bucks got a big win against the Celtics. That's good.
Warriors too.
Oh, they won last night. Oh, good. All right. Well,
Steph Curry didn't play, but that's typical Steph. He doesn't play in big games. So. But yeah, it was a good night last night. It was good. Yeah, so we'll see. They got a game today too, which I don't understand why they have a game up against the Packer game, but that's just
it's crazy. They would never have known the Packers were playing at that time.
Yeah, right.
So what's your biggest, if you had one sporting event this coming week that you would not miss, what is it?
One sport that I'm not in, or one?
No, that you can watch and not miss. Which would it be for you?
I would say. Let's see.
What are you talking about this week?
Yeah. Yep.
Is there a question?
Yeah. What? Yeah. Oh, like if let's say after today.
No, after today.
After today. Yeah.
Let me see.
Because we all agree, for all of us, it's must-see TV for the Pack. So that's too easy. But what about anything else coming up, AJ, that excites you?
I would say, let me see. There's got to be something. I don't.
Bucky plays Penn State and Indiana. You could throw
that doesn't excite me. I love Wisconsin, but those 2 games don't excite me.
The game that would excite me the most would be Marquette, because I'd just like to be able to see one once televised somewhere.
Are they on TV?
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
They haven't been on TV the last 2 games, which is kind of disappointing.
Lucky for them.
I'm gonna take a little bit. I'm not gonna take a shot, but I will. My buddy at DePaul, he's always on TV. Marquette's never on TV. I don't understand that.
So is that the game you want to watch, DePaul?
No. My point is Marquette's never on that, like FS1. They're always on the channel that no one has. So.
All right. I've heard a lot of talking, AJ, but you still haven't said a.
Yeah, right.
No.
Do you have a game?
I'd say my most CTV be the divisional round next weekend.
Okay, that's fair.
That's always the 2.
It's a great weekend usually.
It is usually, and they reseed after the playoffs this weekend.
So Packers are playing the Niners next week. We're calling it out.
I wouldn't go that far.
I
want to see it, but I want to see Jordan Love, but I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, Agent, you got anything you want to see or add for the coming?
No, I agree with AJ. I'm all about football this time of year. So,
okay,
NFL.
All right, good enough. Can't argue with that. All right, boys, have a great week. AJ, Wednesday morning,
9 a.m.
Try not to sleep in and sleep through it again.
No, I got you.
Okay, good. All right, boys.
Take care, Jack. All the best.
All right, same to you. Go Pack.
Go Pack.
Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Take care, boys. Bye.